Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. And we'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Eludes a tackle. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense, as the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
You need a yard here in third down to keep this opening drive going. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Gators will have 1st and 10 here. Five-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. He's inside the 15, making people miss. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Florida. It was a foot race, and he won it. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. First down here for this offense. He hands it off from the gun. Fights through the tackler. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. The Canes will come to the line to run the hurry-up. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle, but first down.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They'll hand it off. Makes a nice move there. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
That's solid run. Good for first down yardage. They'll run it here. Using a strong stiff arm. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down. Offense in hurry-up mode. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Fighting him off. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, right now, this defense seems to be sitting back, worried about the pass game. They better cheat a safety down, have an extra guy down in the box to help against this run game, because they are getting ripped apart up front.
They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. An inside give now from the shotgun. It's a fumble. The defense has picked up the football going the other way.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
The Gators offense retakes the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. He'll hand it off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. And the ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Passes the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 10 now. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Gators.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. That fumble from the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here?
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Ball handed off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Important 3rd down play coming up. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry up. And the single back takes the handoff.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Hurricanes keep the football on the move. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. And they hand it off to the back. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Canes will line up on 1st and 10. Some hard running there through a tackle.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The Hurricanes will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. As a design quarterback keeper. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. No huddle here for the offense. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the 1st down marker.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Defense flexing. They stop him again at the 1-yard line. Now it'll be 3rd down.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown for the U. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on them. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That back just had nowhere to go. You've got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. The Gators are looking to keep this drive going. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Play action here on first down. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Jukes to get free. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
Tough running to avoid a loss that just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Keeper for the first down and more. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Touchdown, Florida. This offense is still clicking. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops to the 2-minute warning. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. When they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Caught on the outside. It's Wade. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. They'll give it to the running back. A change of direction. Gets into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job. You can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. The shotgun handoff here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Third down play for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. The Canes come to the line to run the hurry up. Heading left after the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. They get to the line in a hurry here for this 3rd down. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. complete with the running back, but can he get there? Touchdown, Hurricanes. Strong game by this quarterback.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. This will likely be the last play of the half. First down. Looking to throw the football. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Offense retakes the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. And the Canes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. No huddle now for the offense.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Oh, look at the quick cut. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And there's the handoff. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Critical third down play for this offense right here. They'll try to run for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Bit too far away to trust a field goal attempt. The offense on the field on fourth down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And moves the ball to the 35 and another first down. The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. You know, as a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Can they keep this drive going? It's 4th down and 6. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. Out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, a positive play from this offense. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First and 10 now for the offense. Fighting off the defender. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. They'll run it to the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? As a design quarterback keeper. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Has the first down, still on the move. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Gators starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Short connection to the tight end here. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends, they're really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a
touchdown, Gators. They'll take the lead in the second half. But Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Running back has it on the screen now. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down. The Hurricanes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Hand off to the right side. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They're going to run it here. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The shotgun running play call.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
been a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. I tried to use the stiff arm there for the defense. Corrals him quickly. Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. Can he get there on the ground? Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now.
You know, this back has taken advantage of his opportunities tonight in his football game. And here's another example on third down. They put the ball in his hands. He knows exactly where to go to pick up the first down. And he's able to do that here in the fourth quarter.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Oh, he just missed his receiver there on 3rd and short. Now you got to think in the fourth quarter, 4th and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes. Three guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Here's the 2nd down play. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the 1st down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
First down and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that previous play. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving. But there's still a lot of work here on 3rd down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands and work his magic.
Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. the Gators will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on 4th down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Well, they roll the dice and go for it here on 4th down, late in the game with the lead, and they get it. Good job by the offensive line. The running back knew exactly where to go, and this one may be out of reach.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. On the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's 2nd down here. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.